It's starting to feel a lot like 2011 again. Remember the glory days when we had Battlefield 3, Modern Warfare 2 and 3 in their prime, and Halo Reach was popping as well. 2011, when you look back, it was a damn good year for us FPS gamers. And the reason that I'm bringing this up is that the year 2011, as if I feel like it was the last time when my personal three favourite franchises, including Call of Duty, Halo and Battlefield, all had a really good game release around the same time, and FPS players were simply spoiled with the choice on what to play. Still remember constantly swapping discs every day because I didn't know what to play, and I generally do miss that feeling. Now since 2011 and over the last 10 years, both Battlefield and Halo have dipped with their new releases, bringing in some half decent titles, but never really getting back to the success of its so-called, glory days. Now with Call of Duty and Black Ops 2 releasing at the back end of 2012, a lot of people name this game the last good Call of Duty that was ever released. Let me know if you think that is the relevant opinion. Let me know down in the comments what you think about that. The game was a safe haven for a lot of people, and the content that was produced by the masses was honestly incredible. I miss BO2 so much. Now, since BO2, COD has obviously produced some half-decent titles, which in my opinion include, Black Ops 3, BO4, which in my opinion was great, but died too early, especially on PC. Didn't have crossplay, all that kind of stuff. Ghost, which had a really good campaign, and Advanced Warfare I like purely for its competitive status. I'm also a massive lover of Modern Warfare. It's done a lot for me in my career, and I generally love the gameplay a lot, as you may or may not know. And I've played the game for around 2 years now, pretty much straight since release, with a little bit of a dip for Cold War for around 6 months or so. Now, 2021 is shaping to be insane. Halo Infinite recently released both its gameplay trailer and campaign trailer, both of which you'll see during the video today. And Battlefield 2042, which is their, Battlefield 6 or their new release, also dropped the reveal trailer followed by the gameplay trailer, which I've shown a lot of my TikToks and previous YouTube videos as well. Now, Call of Duty has got some serious pressure this year, which I don't believe they've had as much of in a long time. We've had a couple of games over the years that have made their way into the FPS market. Let's look at Apex Legends, we're talking Rainbow Six Siege, Valorant, just to name a few. But honestly, I don't think they've had this kind of direct competition for a long time. Now, Battlefield and Halo look like they mean some serious business this year, and with some questionable releases over the years, it finally feels like they're listening to the community properly and getting them hyped over some early gameplay trailers. Now, obviously, we know what these gameplay trailers can be like; they can be quite deceiving. So let's get our fingers crossed that the games are what they're shaping up to be and what they look like they're going to be as well. All right. Now, taking a look over these screenshots, you can clearly see that COD is now focusing on their Warzone World Series tournament. They're posting memes out to the community and obviously promoting the latest Season 4 content across both Cold War and Warzone. Now, again, if I go back to my last COD video that I posted, YouTubers are really painting the picture at the moment for the COD community, complaining about the state of the game and asking, what's actually happening with the game over the last year or so. On Twitch, it's only really Warzone that carries the franchise. Here we've got a screenshot from the middle of the day in the UK time. Cold War has got a lot more viewers here than normal. There are one or two big streamers playing it at the moment, obviously enjoying Season 4 and getting that content out. And this represents how many viewers each current COD title has on Twitch right now. COD is also yet to release any information on their new release this year. Should there even be one? But let's face it, it's Call of Duty. They're run by Activision. We're most likely getting something this year. Charlie Intel here, as you'll see, is one of COD's leading source reporters, and it does mention that the new COD will be released on the Modern Warfare engine from 2019. In my opinion, this is by far the cleanest and most polished engine that COD has got at its disposal right now that we know of. But let me know in the comments if you think this is a good idea, or do you think they should release it on a new engine altogether. Of course, as we also know, as from our previous video, that a rumour for Modern Warfare 2 Remaster on multiplayer, have appeared across the year, and that they're in pipeline. But again, nothing is officially confirmed. It just all seems to be speculation at the moment. Now, if you cast your mind back to mid-2020, we didn't actually get a reveal trailer for Cold War until around August 2020, which for a COD game is really, really late. Now, a lot of people were speculating by saying that Modern Warfare was going to be a 2-year game, and then it just seemed that Cold War just dropped at the last minute, and with its quality and the state that it was in, it definitely felt like a last-minute drop as well. Do you think it's likely to be the same case this year? I see it as there's no way, in my opinion, would COD allow both Battlefield and Halo to get their new gameplays out there and not come firing back. The difference is, however, Halo and Battlefield have been in production for years now, and have most likely had a lot more time to polish their game, and correct any mistakes that they've done over their other releases over the last couple of years. Now, COD, as we know, does their yearly drops. They put a lot of heavy pressure on the developer teams, to deliver their KPIs in these quick turnover circumstances, so that Activision can get their money and that they can, put across their yearly profits to all their stakeholders and whatnot. And that's where the cracks and the holes lie. You could also argue from the other side of the point in that COD has several developing studios, and maybe there isn't that much pressure, and maybe COD has got a beast waiting in the timeline, while Cold War and Warzone are just out right now, holding our attention for the moment. Who knows? You could argue right now as well that it could be a great idea for COD to take a year out and give their community a decent, polished game that everybody actually wants and deserves. But then looking at things from a competition and business side, there's no way they don't release a game this year when Battlefield and Halo are going to look like they're dropping their best releases in the last 10 years. It's a question of, can they tick all the boxes? Now, the last thing that we want to do after Cold War is get another game release that feel like it's in beta for the first few months, going up against what looks like to be a solid Halo and Battlefield game, and solid engines as well. In my opinion, that would be a huge marketing disaster. But again, this is, we haven't had a chance to actually play Halo or Battlefield yet. We're just going based off the trailers and gameplay trailers that we've seen so far. Again, a lot of this is speculation at the moment. So let me ask you a question. Do you think that Halo and Battlefield are putting enough pressure on the market right now to force COD's hand to release a game this year? Or do you think that COD was always planning to release a game this year regardless of its competitors? Or even let's look at completely the other side of the point, and do you think COD will take a year out despite of what its competitors are doing and decide, you know what, we're not going to release a game this year, we're going to polish something up and bring it out next year? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. After all, Cold War was only ever really promised 6 seasons with us, and already been part way of the of the way through season 4. What's coming later this year? If you look at it this way, season 6 is most likely to finish around October or so, which fits perfectly within a new release for a COD game coming around November or so again. In my opinion, and my honest opinion, we're definitely getting a new COD this year, without a doubt. Whether they go down the Vanguard World War II route, they hit us with a COD Modern Warfare 2 remaster, or something different altogether, there's no way, in my opinion, is COD going to lay down and let the competitors run rapid this winter on brand new games. But again, I'm curious to hear your opinions about all of this. What do you also think about the Battlefield and Halo trailers so far? You can see them obviously during the video today. And do you also think that they pose enough of a threat to make COD say, we've got to sort our shit out. We need to get something out here. We need to be able to compete with these guys, So, thank you so much for watching. If you did like the video today, please make sure to drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe and turn them notifications on for more content coming real soon. Thank you so much for your support, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.